Boys,
Are you actually going to do an intro this time, or is it just going to be the
I
same
don't know.
awkward
I probably
shit
should have
again?
practiced this. I'm kind of guessing
Everyone
that.
shut up and then let him do an intro.
Yeah, okay. I'm kind
Yeah,
of
just
guessing this.
start.
I'm sick and I've already had enough. That's it. Well, today we got Nico, Sam, Cypher again. We've also got Johnny W as the new guest. Oh, and Sam really. So how's everybody doing? Like,
Shite.
I'm okay, man.
Very good.
Right, what are the topics?
oh my god, wait.
What-
Let me get the screenshot back up. I keep forgetting them.
Oh,
There wasn't. I don't know.
How can you forget them? It's your podcast. I understand Nova's too scared to fucking do it, but you should like have this rehearsed, man.
Probably,
Shit,
yeah.
we're like.
Okay.
He's in there with firing shots, bloody hell.
I'm sorry, it's been 3 hours I've been waiting to do this, okay? I obviously don't have much to do with my life,
3
so I've
hours
came to do
waiting
this.
to do this.
Yeah, fuck all
God,
else
you
to do,
must be
Nico.
lonely, man. You must be lonely. Just sit
My
there,
brother
like
was
staring
lonely,
at a screen.
yeah.
Okay.
brother was
You
lonely
need
as
a
you,
girl
man.
in your life, man. Do you have Tinder?
We talked.
I've
This
got
was like a
Tinder.
whole. This was a whole discussion last week. Can we start the
Man.
podcast now?
Okay.
Have you
yeah.
signed up- Have you
Actually-
applied to Spotify yet?
Yeah.
To become a data
The
engineer.
mate.
So what defines the AM
Oh,
pro
shit.
scene? What the clear difference there are? Why do PC esport titles commonly do better than console ones? Could you see Destiny becoming a successful esport? And what currently upcoming esports can you see potentially? But I think we changed that
That
one.
wasn't all one
if
question,
it's correct.
was it?
No, they were. I was listing them all off. So the first one is what defines the AM pro scene, and like the clear differences.
I have a good answer for
Hang on.
this.
Didn't we do this question last
I
week?
think I've got the simplest
No.
answer, which will be the most obvious. If you make a living from it,
Well-
you're pro.
True, but I mean
If
like
you don't make a living and think you're pro, you're delusional. It's that simple.
Facts.
Oh, thank you.
I guess that's right. Actually, I guess
I'm
if you
quite
make
hurt
a
by
s-
that, John.
If you make a steady income from it, what about this? If you don't, if it's your job, if you don't do anything else and you just sit there and you play games
I don't
and you
do
get money
anything
from
else.
yeah, I was
Send me
gonna
it's my
say
job.
yeah, like a 16-year-old
that was
kid's
called-
like, oh yeah, I'm got wager money now, like I'm making my living up. That's it. I'm a professional, boys.
No, but
Yeah.
see, that's just called being on a dole. If you're sitting, as you have to be under an organization and have a salary. It can't just be you sit and play video games and get paid to do it, because then some people can just say, I'm on the dole, I get paid to fucking play God.
Do you have
It
to
has-
have a contract? Do you think contracts have a?
Well, you can't have it. You can't even sign your own contract until a certain age, can you? So
You have to
18.
get your parents to do it, don't
yeah.
you?
Saying,
I think Johnny did it quite well, really. I think he just
yeah.
defined it quite well.
That's the
It's
topic
literally
over.
that simple. You've got all of these kids who are on like £300 a month thinking the pro players. Like, step back a second and realise how much you're actually earning in a year.
I wonder how much, like, because, like, well, most pros and that probably don't talk about how much they get. I wonder how much, like, the salary actually contains. Obviously,
Well, I
you
know-
know, they've got to
I
live
saw-
off.
I saw a few tweets
2,500
from
a month.
Aches. Yeah, I saw a few tweets from Aches like like before champs, and like Dave was replying. Aches said that he was earning like, he said like between 40k and 100k in salary money over the course of one Call of Duty. That's what he said, and that's
Okay.
what it's like in America apparently.
I was gonna say that's well, you that's like living and like above, really, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure EU's like roughly that for the top teams, and then the rest are like 20 to 30.
Yeah, but then you obviously you got teams like Optic who would be on that, but then they'll have like their like tournament winning, so they'll probably just be balling, you know. They'll have insane amounts of money.
Stupid to think about what they made over the 2 weekends. Season 2. And then
Was it like 50k or like 200k each?
Johnny, where you at, man?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, Jesus, calm down, buddy.
I was gonna say, well,
Sorry.
I'm
a long
guessing
day,
we've
man.
got to just kind of carry it on here. So yeah, I was say, and then also, you know, being pro, but saying that most like amateur teams get like funding a little towards you know, LAN events and so on and so forth, and that's been like quite controversial, hasn't it, for, you know, org owners and well, orgs in general, really.
I can put this a really
yeah.
good way. Sorry, Nico, I'm going to interrupt you here. If you're not placing top 16 consistently, don't ask for fucking funding. Community 6, there you go. Continue.
Well,
That's
I was
it.
going to say something similar to that. I was just going to say that if you don't, if you've just picked up a team and you're not certain that they're going to do well, make them, or not make them, but don't, pay insane amounts of money to send them to events if they're just going to finish last.
Yeah.
Got to get something out of it as well.
I was like, yeah, that'd be a bit embarrassing when it like send like $3,000 to get dead last. But there, say Cypher said, like, would you class teams like that are like top 16 pros? Because like as we saw last year, like amateur teams get into like that area, but then they're still on the amateur side. So is it more
Yes, they
like
are.
consistency based, or is it once you get there, then you get there?
I wouldn't even say top 16's pro. I'd say you're pushing it at top 12, but definitely pros, like 100% pros is sort of like say it's an EU closed event. Definite pros should be like top 8, top 10, but top 12 sort of pushing it a little. Top 16's just sort of like, well,
Yeah.
are they consistently doing it? Are they going to other events to do it? Or is it just a one-off? That's what it comes down to when it comes to consistency.
I'll say it probably also has
And
to.
it's a matter of factors.
Yeah, kind of deal on what esport you're actually in, because you talk about CODs like for their events, the pay isn't actually like that much like compared to other esports. So like you can get into like one esport, say like Overwatch and that, and say like the prize is like 20 million for that. Then like it's gonna be much more difficult to get into pro. But when you're at that pro, you kind of staying in that level, and then like you can earn like a big salary and so on and so forth.
Do you think there's a once you are a pro, what about Killer? Where would you put him right now?
Shit.
Well, yeah,
Been retired for the last 2 years.
But-
1.5 years.
It's two different things though, because you've got EU pros and then you've got fucking American pros, and there's more American pros than there is EU pros. That's just a common fact. Yes, you're getting paid to play. Everyone argues about this all the time. It's if you're getting paid to play, then you are a professional. It's like, well, no, then your job is that, but you're not really doing much. Then that's sort of.
I mean, right, let's fire some shots here. Baldy was getting paid 900 at the start of the game, and what did he do?
He was pro for 10 days.
It's still like 900 a month. How much is it? That's like what?
What's so 9 times 12 is what, 108, 10,000?
It's under minimum wage at best, and you don't get paid for the full season. You don't get paid for the full year.
No, yeah,
You get
true.
paid for how much you're competing in. And this year was what, 6 to 8 months? Maybe less.
I don't know.
December to August.
I was gonna say, yeah, and even this year there was less events than any other year. Except
more-
for like the really old CODs.
Black Ops 3 had less events than IW.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, IW had a lot more like EU events as well for a start, and then
Black
I had-
Ops. Yeah, carry on, my bad.
sorry, I was going to say it had like 3 or 4 ANZ events, and then it had about 5 or 6 American events as well.
Yeah, but Black Ops 3, I'm pretty sure it only had like the like the
Three.
playoffs for CWR, Anaheim, champs, obviously. That Totino's one, the first one.
That didn't count
Doesn't
as
count.
an
Wasn't
event.
really, was that that count? But those are the only ones I can remember like, off the top of my head. And then the Melbourne the Melbourne event. Remember that?
I was
That's
gonna
the only
say,
ones
yeah.
that I can remember in Black Ops 3, off the top of my head.
So yeah, Nova said actually in the chat, do you think the main reason people can reach pros because of game time? But I kind of think that's like with everything,
That's-
even with
Yes,
like main like sports as well. Like you put in the practice, but there's also got to be like that natural talent there as well.
That's what IW and Black Ops 3 kind of pissed me off about, was because a lot of people who just played it all the time, just because they played it all the time, got really, really, really good.
I play this
Thank you.
game rarely, and I'm still good at it. Like,
Like I think more-
That's debatable for a start, but we're not going to get into that
I
yet.
think I played about not even 3 days before the last league playoffs, which like they mean nothing, but that's the only thing youth players have to play for, or SFCO events. I think I played 3 days leading up to the event, not the event, leading up to the playoffs, and I placed second. So game time's like not a big factor this game, but like
On
it
LAN it
proves
might not be,
sometimes.
but
Yeah,
online it.
you're looking for two different things there again though. For youths, game time didn't mean fuck all, but
Oh yeah,
see
for
for
18 it will have
18 plus, it was pro points. Like
yeah.
I had players that could play. What was it? The most games played in one day on IW 4 GBs was about 32 or something that was played, and then they
Oh my
capped
God.
it to 8. It was like, how the hell are you meant to compete with that?
I think the player who played the most GBs this year was about 1,200, and they didn't make champs.
Fucking
Like
hell.
you played 1,200 GBs for what?
Yeah.
I played
Bloody hell.
this year as an amateur player. I played 50, or fuck all.
I was gonna say, like, most of the teams that like got high in pro points were over pros, or like people that you know, didn't have jobs or anything. But then, like, if they weren't pro, they wasn't getting anywhere anyway with them pro points.
Uh,
I think a lot of
Well-
people just played them for fun as well. Well, fun. It wasn't
Was-
fun, but
was
It
not
wasn't
fun.
I played a couple of them. It was not a good time.
I was in tears through some nights by some of the shit I had to play. Oh my fucking!
I think the
You'd
thing
have,
which
like,
the thing which messed up the pro points though is the fact under 18s went on the ladder and stopped.
forfeited.
No, the star like they didn't get forfeited most of the time. Most of the time you had to have solid proof which shows they're under 18. And how are you meant to do that? Because they don't let you use Twitter. Like the most you could do was show a few screenshots of them saying that they're under 18 on Twitter, and it didn't do anything for you.
See, the prime example of that would be there was one player, Climate Bro. He sat and played the GBs all year. Yeah, it still got him nowhere in the end of it, but it pisses you off when it's a 17-year-old player. The argument was there that GBs should be 17 plus for like
Yeah, I
if
was
you're
gonna
turning
say-
18 to go to events.
I
But
think that should happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Could
but it's
happen, but
gonna be
that wasn't what it
the
was.
That's going to fuck me up big time
Yeah.
next year. The fact pro points are still a thing, I'm going to fall that far behind that Climate Bro's going to have a team before me for an event.
No,
Feels
you never know.
bad.
He's been LF1 for about a month now.
that's the
That's
thing
true,
as well.
actually.
Teams are picking up people not because of skill, but because of how many pro points they had.
We'll just
Yeah.
look at going into the last chance qualifier. I was at the event before that, and the amount of sneaking that went on in that hotel lobby was fucking insane. But everyone coming over like, right, invite me to this team, and the other fucking 3 people were sitting there as well, and you're sitting there watching like,
Yeah.
thank fuck I've got no points and don't have to get involved in this.
You just be like, I think the worst thing which happened is somebody had a team for the qualifiers, and then they got snaked out within like the last couple of hours.
Yeah, that was,
Sign-ups.
I'm pretty sure that was Shucks that done that to them.
Yeah,
That's
I
bad.
remember watching them.
Yeah, it happens though. Like, that's it. Look, there is nothing. As long as they have it, if it is pro points this year, if it's been confirmed, I don't know. But if it is pro points this year, they just have to do it that it's not even 8 a day. Do 4 a day, right? Because then teams can actually scrim as well. 8 a day can still
I
be
was
8
gonna say, yeah.
hours.
Because like you can just end up like sweeping teams over it, and then it just gets tedious in the end. But like, if there wasn't a pro point system, what kind of system would you put in place instead
I want
of
it
I
that?
to
don't
go
think
back
that. I
to the
don't think. No, I don't
system.
think. I don't think that pro points are bad. I think they're bad when they're put in like GBs. Like if you do because if you had no pro points and like 5Ks and 2Ks would only mean half as much. Stuff like that. I think they're a good way of judging how good people are on a game, especially when you use them in the context of like a 2K or a 5K or a 10K.
Yeah.
And then when you get pro points for winning lands as well, then that's when it gets good. But when you put them in GBs, it just anyone can get them. You know.
You can get 5 points for
Yeah.
playing that shit. That's the same
think-
for the EU lands though. You got well, I placed last at EGL and I still got 200 pro points for that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's the thing, like, but I think you should. I think pro points should be kept, but they don't need to be as important as that. You know, they were made out to be this year.
Skill should still have a big factor in it.
Mm.
It shouldn't be like take Gfinity for example. I understand the last chance qualifier being roster locked, but I don't understand the fact that the first event of the year was locked to the top 16 teams, and then it had to come down to a team not showing up for even Epsilon to make it to champs. GFIN. There should be like at least even an online qualifier to go to it, not just. I understand online's not the best, but it's just a way around it, really.
yeah. I'll say like making people to go travel like everywhere, here, there, and everywhere just for like points and that. You know, you kind of spending more than like you getting in the end.
Yep.
And then
Should we go
like
on to the next?
yeah, I was gonna say yeah. If you want to go on to next topic, Nova
Yep.
just spam me.
I think
so
we managed to drag that out. enough.
I'd say yeah. I'd say like Johnny like kind of answered it in like the first few seconds there. Being why do PC titles commonly do better than console titles? So I'm
terms of
guessing
esports?
games like PUBG or so on and so forth. That's just reached like what 10 million sales, or was it like 10 million concurrent players?
I have no idea. It wouldn't have been concurrent, but I don't think it would have been concurrent.
I think it was like 1.2 million something. It was over a million something. I'm not totally sure though.
Either way.
Pretty sure it's on the Steam, and like I went on the Steam the other day and they had like over 1 million like concurrent players at once. It's mad, like mad.
Is this in terms of esports? Like we're talking
No.
about PUBG in terms of esports?
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, it can be obviously like put into the esport aspect. So like the games like like what CS:GO, yeah.
That'd be sick.
Well, everyone, I don't think a lot of people remember the fact that some countries actually never had access to consoles. Like they used to all be PC as well, so a lot of sales come from there as well, especially when it comes to games. But
Asian.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I say, and then like even, like on the Asian side, that's kind of where like they are dominant in like in the esports, like definitely like
What's the-
South Korea and so on and so forth, and like how good they are compared to the rest of the world.
it's because they do things a lot more professionally. Like you have companies like Sony that have teams. You have like airplane. In fact, I don't know what I was about to say there. I can't even think of it. Damn, it was a good point as well. There was something, but I cannot remember it.
So like, okay, go on. Sorry, Nico.
I was just gonna say, if you look at games like CS:GO and you compare them to Call of Duty, I think a lot of the like the attraction towards CS compared to Call of Duty is like the fact that you have like competitive out of the box. Like you go onto CS and it's just all, you know, you can just jump into
Yeah.
competitive games straight.
Yeah.
Well, not straight away, but you know, it's all there ready for you to play once you get to like a certain level and stuff. Whereas on Call of Duty, like you know, it's not all integrated. On CS, it's all integrated into the game. Whereas on Call of Duty, you have to go for like UMG or GB or, you know.
So, but they do
Um,
have sites like that over on CS:GO with like Faceit and ESAA.
Yeah, but you don't. It's not like COD where you know you have to go onto them at first. Whereas on CS you have the competitive playlist at first, and you can go onto that, and then you can go onto ESEA and face it once you get good enough to get onto that. You know, like it's all there for you once you load up CS. And it's the same with H1. You go into a pub and you've got a ranking system straight away. It's not like Call of Duty where you have to go into like a ranked play game and you know, it's kind of not all explained. Whereas on H1, you go into a normal pub game and you'll get ranked straight away, and it gives you a sense of like competitiveness. And it's all there out of the box. Whereas on Call of Duty, you have to go through GB, UMG to get your ranks and
Yeah.
resistance.
I was
It's
just,
tedious.
that's probably where COD was actually big, you know, in the Black Ops 2 days, where they did have a system like that within League play,
Yeah.
where you could
exactly.
get into the competitive, and like they say there was a rank based system instead of, you know, just leveling up, because anybody can just level up, but like not so many people can get into them high divisions and so on and so forth.
I think if COD, what IW did with GB was a step in the right direction, integrating GB into the game, because
Yes.
that gives players an integrated experience with the game that you didn't have before, and that like because it was on the home screen of multiplayer, and even if you'd never touched competitive before, people would probably look at it and go, "Hey, what's that?" They click on it, and then it'll be like, you know, trying game schedule. You'd be like, "Hey, what's this?" And it points you in the direction of competitive. So
I was gonna say, is that going into next year using the GB GB
It's,
integrated?
it's in it from the start.
Is it? So even
Yeah,
that, then that's gonna help out the scene, you know, quite big. I know like not a lot of people do play GBs now, but it's definitely gonna bring a lot more people into the competitive side, you know, to start off with, and then
Mate, but-
and then to make that even bigger, you know, to go against these big esports.
Ugh.
I think COD just like because COD's always going to be more geared towards the casual players rather than competitive, because
That's exactly what Reese was.
99.9% of the people that play it because it's Call of Duty, not because they want to get into comp and stuff. I think the way that Call of Duty do it is always going to be like geared towards the public side of it, whereas CS:GO was more kind of a competitive game off the start. And in general, PC games I think are more like that. If there are esports, if there's esports related with the title like League of Legends or CS:GO, you have competitive there out of the box when you play it. And I don't know why that they do that on like just PC and not console, but
Yeah,
it just seems to be a thing that that PC games.
PC also isn't split into two different fucking consoles, though, is it? PC is PC.
Oh, it's more than two now, isn't it? Really? And
Is it?
You've got like a Wii U and
Yeah,
Steam.
you got the
that's Steam thing.
Switch and
Well, they don't fucking count. We're talking about like fucking.
No,
if you're talking about consoles.
like on
it's
about like seriously, there's like a massive within like the Nintendo scene because like we're not in the actual scene, like we don't know about it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's like Mario Kart and stuff. isn't
Yeah,
there? Or-
and then
Oh
there's
shit! I forgot about Mario Kart.
yeah, and then there's the Splatoon as well, and the Super Smash Bros. You know the Melees, and that are all over on the Nintendo side.
Well, I am just a console player. I don't really know that much about fucking computers,
Yeah,
and or Wii U for that matter. I thought the Wii was utter shit. But there's, and I enjoyed Wii bowling. That's about it for the Wii.
I like the
Yeah,
Wii. I like the tennis. The tennis is fun.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
The
We got to
Mario
play that
Kart
at
was
LAN
the
event. You can't beat Mario Kart.
yo,
on the
when you had
Nintendo
like the
64.
actual steering wheel for the
Yeah.
Wii.
Yeah.
You haven't lived unless you've played Mario Kart on the original N64.
Nah,
That shit was
no.
so bad, it was funny.
I would say, but
I
I
think I
think
was born when that was out.
Oh, yes, I understand I'm
Wow.
old. I'm not that fucking old.
but I mean, like, I think PC like takes actually more skill than console, so I think people are more attracted to that.
Well, yeah. I think it's just mainly because of, well, personally, let's say if you're playing COD, obviously on PC, then playing COD on the console, obviously aim assist. Like, if you try to play, let's say you're doing a scrim, one team has aim assist off, one team has aim assist on. Obviously, the team that doesn't have aim assist is going to get heavily shit on. You know what I mean? Because aim assist is a big part of obviously aiming, and that's why people prefer PC, because obviously PC doesn't have no aim assist, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So that's
Just
the
out of
reason
interest.
mainly.
Out of interest, have you ever played COD on a PC?
Yeah.
I
It's much
actually
easier than
found
with
it.
a controller, even with aim
Yeah.
assist. I think using a mouse is so much easier.
I was gonna say I found it quite difficult, to be honest. And just
think
as like I
once you
wasn't
get
used to that
used to it, it's probably-
situation, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's like with a mouse, obviously you got DPI, then you actually got in-game sense, and to someone that obviously doesn't know quite a lot about PCs, that's probably gonna be like, oh, what the hell's that? That's just an excuse. Obviously, DPI, and then you got to sort out the right sense. But once you get used to it, it's easy. But if you're not used to it, it's gonna. I don't know. For me, it's just fun because obviously my hands aren't like close together. They're like,
Yeah.
if you get me far apart.
I don't have to worry about that because I've got a computer from 2003 that doesn't even run Minecraft anymore. I got an Elgato capture card and that doesn't fucking work on
Yeah,
it either.
I saw the
Like,
tweet. I saw
fuck.
the
Yeah.
tweet.
yeah. So obviously, I'm just saying out there that anyone that's watching this, don't be looking at me for the best PC advice. I know fuck all. You're probably best with these people, but console,
I don't know.
come at me.
It's
Also,
like,
the only reason why PCs are obviously consoles are probably more favoured just because PCs are very, very expensive. If you wanna obviously play games at like without dropping frames or whatnot, like PCs are obviously a lot more expensive. But I don't know. Personally, I prefer PCs over to consoles.
I would say yeah that conversation there is like another topic really, because like say you can upgrade the PC instead of like having to actually buy another console, you know, when the next one does come out. And like you don't have to pay for online, it's all integrated within like Steam or whatever.
Wait, are we on about yeah, we're on about PCs right now.
Yeah.
But you look at the price difference between, let's say, a PS4 and a top spec gaming. Obviously, when a PS4 comes out or when an Xbox One comes out, that's the newest console. That's as good as it is at the moment. With a PC,
Yeah, it's like forever
Sure.
like expanding.
Exactly. It's like never ending.
Like you
spend
buy
about £2,000 at the start, and then you start upgrading and upgrading, and it just that's it. It costs. A lot of people think PC is a lot
lot.
cheaper, but
A
trust
lot.
me, it's not. I've spent the whole of today waiting on this podcast to start, going through laptops and PCs, and I could buy 2 new PS4s that don't sound like fighter jets before getting a computer. Like,
Personally, I prefer PC. I've always been like a PC person as soon as I got my first one. But obviously, then, like you said, there's the money aspect of it.
yeah,
But
like,
I don't know. I guess if you're fortunate enough to have the money to get a PC, then you're lucky. But I mean, consoles are fine, but obviously you're kind of limited because there's people that are like, oh, I want to play Battlegrounds, I want to play H1, but there's obviously versions of that aren't that good. Like Counter-Strike on the Xbox 360. My
It's a
lord,
joke,
like
yeah.
what is
I'm-
the state of it?
I'm
And
sorry,
then
did
you
I
go
just
on
hear that
PC.
right?
Yeah,
That's
it's on the
actually a thing.
360.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, it's weird. But then you play it on
Terrible.
PC, and then like obviously you get shit on it first because you got people that are like beaming you off. But well, I don't know. It's all about getting used to it, really, isn't it? It's just personal preference. But
Suppose so.
To the point where you used to using a controller and using a mouse and keyboard, you can play both. With like, there's no skill gap in it. Like, if you're good with both, you'll be good with both. You can't forget what to do.
yeah,
Yeah,
All
fair
it is
enough.
is like your centering. That's the only factor. If your centering's off, you're never gonna do well.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, yeah, if you
What's,
are looking at like the sky or something, you're not gonna
What's
win
the-
the confidence.
radiant hoodie knife.
I'm saying this for you, Joe, because I know exactly what's coming in 3 minutes. What's the next subject? Because I know you're about to get spammed.
Oh, okay, wait there. Let me check.
No, I'm literally
God.
looking at my clock on my computer right here. I have a timer
Oh
set.
yeah.
I'm just waiting on the messages to
I'll
start.
say yeah. Next topic coming up is: can you see Destiny as a potential esport? Now, I have not played Destiny. I haven't played Destiny 1. I don't know anything about it. So I can't really put my point across on this.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's
It can
it.
be in esports. Like, it actually can.
I think we I think we need to work on better subjects or like get people in that are experts on these subjects next
I
time.
mean, like, it depends really, because it depends on if it's on PC, then maybe, because obviously I know people like Jack Frags and like big PC gamers, obviously like Lyric, Summit, Doctor Disrespect. Those lot are like promoting the game. So maybe because obviously they play like quite competitively. Like I know Summit used to do something with CS or some shit. Maybe like they'll promote maybe something to do with competitive Destiny or some shit. I don't know, something like that maybe.
I was gonna say,
God
is
knows.
there even like custom games on Destiny 2?
There was on Destiny 1, but they added it in like halfway. So I think if there is, they're just gonna add it in like they did with Destiny 1.
Yeah, they haven't like put anything in for esports. There's like a competitive version of the Crucible, but it's
Mm.
like it's not like it's just like a pub. It's
Yeah.
just like a pub, except it's like search and destroy. Well, it's kind of like search and
It's-
rescue. You can revive your teammates.
It's different game modes. Like I guess if you think about it, Trials of the Nine or Trials of Osiris, whichever way you remember it, you could technically say that sort of like a competitive thing. But just because it's the fact that obviously people that are actually good at PvP or like that don't really play PvE go on there. I don't know. It depends on which way you say it, really.
So yeah, and how would you do? Would you obviously have it as like a PvP aspect, or would you do it as like as the one of the trials I think it is, or whatever? Like have it one of them aspects.
I mean, you could do PvE, which is obviously like raids and that. People do like whatchamacallit. You just basically do who can raid quicker, or you can just do PvEs and like just generally like 4v4. Whoever wins, obviously, do like CoD. But I don't know. It depends on how they're gonna do it, really.
I think PvP is like the only way that you can make an esport. I don't think that you can. I don't like you said about the raids. I don't think you can make a good esport if it's just all about how quick you can raid.
By Cypher. I'll say Novus that Destiny 2 is good, but can't find myself grinding PvP for hours. I was gonna say I don't know if like the PvP is big on Destiny 2, or if like most people try and avoid it and then go for like trials or so on and so forth.
Oh no, it's a hit or miss really. You're either PvE, PvP, or you don't like it. Full stop. it's a game where if you don't play it for, let's say, a week or two, maybe a month, and if a DLC comes out, and if you're very like far behind, there's no point in playing it.
So
It's one of those
it's
games.
kind of like a World of Warcraft then.
Yes, I've never played it, but yeah, so you just gotta keep out of it. Period. Like if you don't, then you're fucked basically. But
Yeah.
it's a good game. It's like I don't know. Like I said, it's a hit or miss.
I probably couldn't stay on like the same game for like as you said. I couldn't do that. Like I like to have a bit of a variety and say like once you're behind, then like there's no really catching up. Then is there?
Unless you sit there and grind. But I mean, like personally, I don't know, because there's different things. Obviously, you can do strikes, you can do PvP, you can do PvE, you can do missions. I don't know. It's just a reward factor. I guess it's like FIFA, grinding that and then opening a pack and then getting like a really good player. It's you sort of like get hyped with like exotics, legendaries, or if you get a really good weapon, like in Destiny 1, there was the Galahorn. If someone got that, they would freak the fuck out and they would like scream. It's like I'm assuming getting Ronaldo in the pack, you know what I mean? 'Cause that's like mad coins. So I don't even know. It's a hit or miss. You either like it or you hate it, really.
So is the FIFA like competitive scene actually that big? Because I know they did a tournament like a month or two ago.
I have no clue.
I was gonna say yeah, probably I don't know, but there are like quite a few players in there, and there's like amateur leagues like going on.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure like
Sorry.
FIFA's different because it's like Overwatch where you've got like clubs that are buying players like to
Yeah.
play for them. Where in Overwatch you've got like isn't it like you've got like teams for cities? Is that how it
Yeah,
works?
that's how it is. They want to have it like as like how actual sports do it. So like each city has like one team, but like it's not actually called like C9. But even though C9 own them, it's called like New York Red Bulls or so on and so forth.
Well, we sort of covered this last week as well. So you can make anything like a sport. It doesn't make it a fucking sport. Like, this is like the subject for last week.
Well,
No,
no,
but
isn't
this-
it? It was just asking like how it how the Overwatch like league is actually set up.
I suppose so, like, but it's just strange in my opinion. I don't fucking understand that for or anything.
You don't understand anything.
I'm
Feels
just
bad, man.
no, it's not. I'm getting spammed with messages saying I don't understand how FIFA and Destiny are like the same thing. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but
I mean, like it's a hit or miss. You like it, you don't like it.
yeah, I guess so.
It's like CODs. Like CS players hate COD. Some people hate CS. Like, I don't know. It's personal opinion, isn't it? Like not everyone likes every game. Not every person. You know what I mean?
I would say like going back to it as Sam said that like if Destiny was going competitive, it would go PC. Like going on to the topic before that, that's how it is. Like 99% of the time, if a game's out on PC, that's where the competitive scene is gonna be. You know, like say like because the COD scene on PC is quite small. Like that is quite difficult to find games. But otherwise, like mainly, that's where people are attracted to over onto the PC side.
Yeah, I think the main thing is that Destiny is 30 FPS on console and 60 on PC.
So
I think if you have a competitive game that's 30 FPS, I don't like it makes it so much harder to, I think it's like I personally get put off by the fact that it's 30 FPS.
yeah,
I
difficult
have
to
Destiny
watch.
2, but the only reason I have Destiny 2 is because I was game show. I didn't pay for it, and I wouldn't pay for it. And the only reason I wouldn't pay for it is because it's 30 FPS.
You can't really notice the 30 FPS. Like,
Oh, I notice it so much, man.
I don't know, like while you're playing and just doing the missions, if you actually like want to play for the storyline, you don't notice it that much.
I don't know. Have you played
Might
it on
just be
PC?
me. No.
Yeah, like once you've played it on PC, you'll notice a massive difference. But I'm not too bothered between it, to be honest with you. It's like as long as the game's like plays well, that's what I really care about. But I
But
mean, I guess you plays.
I was gonna say if you're comparing it to like it's not like having a low FPS isn't as important on a game like Destiny where it's not all PvP. Like CS, if you're on 30 FPS on CS, you'd be screwed.
Yeah.
On Destiny,
Yeah.
it wouldn't. I guess it doesn't matter as much.
I say
I
yeah,
guess it
but
only
like in that
matters when you're-
situation, like everybody's on 30 FPS then, whereas on CS, you know, one person could be on like 25, 30, and then the next person could be on like 300.
Yeah, but then again, when it comes down to CS, it's just about who has the better specs. Because like, I had a mate that I used to play with that played on a Mac, and then he was shit. Like then when he got an actual PC, he was really good because obviously frame dropping and all that bullshit. That's the only thing. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't have issues with running CS. I'm not meaning to.
You're right up there, John.
Yeah, I'm
You look
I'm
like
doing well, to be honest.
Yeah, I just seen your comments in this stream. I have to fucking agree. I won't say your comments, but damn, I should have.
Nah, I don't know what's going on. Destiny 2, like,
Yeah, I thought we were talking
I've
about
watched
Destiny.
the game a couple of times and I don't know, I just get lost. Like, I played the beta and I think I
The
played a
beta
couple
was
of
shit.
hours.
The
I
beta was
didn't
shit.
even play the fucking beta, mate.
It
No,
was
me
terrible.
I was saying,
The beta
do you
was
think
shit.
the competitive scene would be big if there was a competitive scene within Destiny 2?
Maybe.
No.
Or it depends on if it gets promoted, right? In a way, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. I don't know.
It depends
yeah.
which orgs go into it. If there's no big orgs going into it, it'll never grow.
If like Doctor Disrespect, if they get like I said, Doctor Disrespect Summit and all that, like promote it, like let's say if they do like I don't know, if they promote it the right way, I guess. I don't know, but it'll take a while for it to get big, but it'll start off smallish unless like you've actually got, because obviously with Destiny you got like PvP clans that are like big and they're known-ish, I guess, like within the Destiny community, and if they did it and then like obviously and if they've got like decent fan bases and they're like, oh, we want to be like them sort of scenario, then maybe I don't know. You can only tell if it actually happens, I guess.
I was gonna say, I don't, I don't know, like how streamers and that are going for Destiny 2, but like, I know I'll keep talking about Overwatch, like Overwatch here, there, and everywhere, but
Esport.
Yeah, I feel like we should have had an Overwatch subject instead of a Destiny subject this time.
yeah, but like the thing, even before Overwatch come out, like pro players from CS moved over to Overwatch to get that competitive scene like straight away. And then that really helped out because you know known names were actually you know within esports already before the game actually come out. So I feel like that kind of you know helped him and you know grow the fan base like pretty quick for him.
Yeah, but the game has to be pretty good for people to do that.
I'm gonna go and get a drink.
All right, lad.
All right,
There you go.
have fun.
Okay. Like, yeah, I think I'm just saying this. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I think a lot of people in the chat are bored of the subject.
I was
just from what I'm reading.
I'll say yeah, most of like the community like that we're all in is definitely the COD scene. So like the next topic is about World War II. So I just want to. I want your opinions. Like, how do you think the beta went?
I love it.
And do you think like the scene will actually be quite big and you know that they're going to be supporting
I
it?
played dumb
throughout the
amounts
year?
of that beta, I'm not even gonna lie. I had the worst sleeping pattern. I was up until 8 in the morning, waking up at 6 the next night just playing it.
I was playing, well, I think I played about 20 hours a day during the weekend.
So I'm guessing
Yeah.
that people enjoyed it then.
I was having the time of my life, honestly.
It's not even like I think
It's-
it'll get old after another 6 months. Like this game did. Like there wasn't that many problems until everybody got bored of it, and then they started pointing out every little thing.
Yeah.
I think that's with every game though,
Shotguns.
and that's why it's good to have like a yearly rotation on games. Because of that, you know, people get bored, and you know, to liven things up, having change. Well, that's what they tried to do in the previous CODs, but it didn't really work out. You know, with the jetpacks and so on and so forth. People wanted
Well,
a change in COD. Now they're bringing it back, and you know, the hype's kind of coming back for it as well.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. See, I don't agree with that for the main fact that, look, the only reason jetpacks were introduced is because Ghosts was so slow in the competitive aspects, because it was so slow, it was so boring. So what they've done is, instead of just making it faster, like what Black Ops 2 was, they added jetpacks. Like, and everyone, look,
they
go
put it
back
into
to
lightning
it-
speed.
Hands down.
take us back 3 years, right? Take us back 3 years. How excited was everyone to play AW to get the chance to fucking fly about like a fucking idiot?
Nah, give me AW for another year. I could play for another year easily. This game
Okay.
just wore everybody out. AW was a good game. Black Ops 3 was just as bad as this game. Ban and protect and wall running. Whose idea was it to add wall running? They deserve to be sacked.
Yeah. Wall running, I have to agree with you on that. But the ban and protect system I thought was pretty good for the main fact that it wasn't like you couldn't use the other guns, because the other guns were pretty good. But the fact you could ban. Like,
I was gonna say,
my
yeah, there
strategy
couldn't
was,
be
the fact-
there couldn't be a ban and protect system in
I
IW.
banned Afterburner, Blast Suppressor, Dead
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah.
Played it like a scumbag.
Oh, see, I banned quick draw, grip, and stock.
You're that type of person.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your point? In all fairness, you've got to make the game fucking fun, you have to make the game interesting somehow. That's the way I seen was the best way.
Everybody was too good with everything. So we fought with new meta and we just banned Afterburner and Blast Suppressor no matter who we came against. That was our first ban, and then we got the stock bans going against pros. We'd play pros,
You know-
we'd have ban protect on, we'd just ban stock.
Yeah, well, you know how how in Black Ops 3 how they had the tournaments, the ESL tournaments. My first time ever playing against pros, like proper pros and that, we done the biggest strategy ever and banned stock, banned grip, and protected high caliber and rapid fire. Yeah, so the fact you could do stuff like that was a bit fucking shit, but
I was gonna say,
You know,
it kind of changed the game up there, and created a bit more variety within the game. People don't expect that, do they? They expected the normal bans, like frags, stuns, make it more gun on gun gameplay, and maybe a specialist.
it's just the same thing that's happened with IW. You knew exactly what the fuck was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, it was like what two guns? Like you couldn't have ban and protect in this game.
A-Rod's the best weapon in the game.
Yeah, you're talking about the wrong fucking game though.
Wait, did he say IW or AW?
I said
Fucking no,
IW. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I thought we were still talking about Black Ops 3. I'm just quite tired at this point.
It got changed. I was like,
Yeah,
hold on.
Sorry about I'm a bit
Nah, but
confused.
even like
it seems.
AW as well. Black Ops 3, there was so many different weapons. I ran around with a dingo at one point. I can't sprint about the map with a dingo to just annoy
Yeah.
people.
Weevil, weevil.
Yeah, you're right.
OP.
Dingo back map, fucking CTF with thermal.
Nah, not even
Lay
that.
down and spawn.
I'd have Elo, quick draw, grip, and stock.
You're
Get
just
me
a
that on
bitch.
uplink infection, and I just sit on the mid-head glitch.
Oh, the Shiva though.
See, look,
Hey,
like then, like
That's where they
we're talking
messed up
about
on that game.
all
The ban and
different guns.
protect, it would have been better if you gave us a core structure of rules and say 3 bans or 2 bans per team.
2 bans, 2 protects.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
that
or,
was
Come first.
or like
Protects come
or like you had to like get rid of like certain something, so you couldn't get rid of like all the submachine guns for like to say like maybe you had to get rid of like 2 like 1 tactical, like 1 gun and like 2 perks or something like that.
I wish World War II had ban and protect, just trying to get us back to
I
that
was gonna say
subject.
in my we haven't actually looked into the competitive. Say Michael Condry did say about a competitive game mode coming in.
There was a whole live stream about it. They didn't
Yeah,
say
it's
anything
like a
about it,
ranked play system.
What? Sorry, say that again.
Like ranked play all over again.
Yeah, that's different. Like as
There's
long
no
as the
ban and
ranked
protect.
play. Yeah. As long as the ranked play is like Black Ops 2 ranked play, not Black Ops 3
AW
ranked
was
play.
good.
Oh, yeah, but no
I like
AW.
the AW system.
So confused. What the fuck is happening now?
AW system was crap.
I was
Right,
like,
It was
you're
just the
like-
more that you, it's just the more you play, the further you get.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
Oh, the AW leak system. Yes, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
utter shit.
Wait, you didn't like it? I liked it because I hardly lost, so I just
Because you
went
can,
on.
Yeah,
you can
I
have
liked it.
variants. You can have variants in
Yeah,
ranked
there you
play,
go.
and
That's
and
why I
yeah,
didn't
that
like
was
it.
bad.
What's that? You're running about with a Bal Inferno because you're shit. Here you go. Here, take a platinum. It's like, no, it's
That was just the more that you won, the more you ranked up. That wasn't like Black Ops 2 where you had like placement games and it would like calculate where you were.
I was gonna say, yeah. Do you think Black Ops 2 was the best for competitive then?
yes.
and like,
but
and what do you think like they could implement that into World War 2 so it doesn't fail?
Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was a great game, but everyone compares to it. But yeah, we were all bored of Black Ops 2 at the same point last year. We all know the same thing is going to happen.
Yeah.
Like we're all going to get bored of World War 2, bored of the next game, bored of the third game. Then we're going to go back to jetpacks probably and fucking hate that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what's gonna happen.
I think people will get bored with World War II really quickly.
Because it's a slower game.
Yeah, really quickly people will get bored with it.
I'll say
Instead
like everything like they try and do, we all complain about. Like there's no winning for us
That's what
in
all
this
fucking-
situation.
Fussy bastards. That's why everyone has their own preference on what would make the perfect
The
game.
reason IW got so much hate is purely because of the fact. 2 seconds.
I know exactly what you was about to say. It's purely because of the fact that it was the third jetpack game and we were all sick of it.
Personally, it's because by what I watched of it, you could legit wall run on anything, no matter how low it was, no matter bloody how short it was. You can legit just jump on everything. You did not need to be on the ground to go halfway across the map or across the entire map, from what I watched anyway.
Yep.
I don't know. It was just felt like crap. If you took a dump and you went and you put your hand in the toilet, picked it up, that's what IW felt like.
a disc would just come out you could put in.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Usually I play the shit out of like every new CoD for like the first couple of months, but I played like an hour or two of IW and wanted to headbutt a wall.
I think that was with most people though. It got stale so quickly. Like even in pubs, you know, I don't want to be playing against like variants and that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to really be playing with these variants, you know, because then like you can't put them into the competitive system and so on and so forth.
I don't want to be
Well, there
going
won't
into.
be variants in World War II.
I was literally about to say I don't want to really go into World War II and have a fucking elite variant PPSH fucking shooting at me. Because you know what that's going to have, eh? That's going to have the flame bullets that the fucking shotgun guy has.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
yeah,
what do you think they'll put in the supply drops then? Because we obviously know they're going to be putting supply drops in
Camos.
for.
It will just be camos, yeah.
Camos.
It will be
Cam-
camos,
please.
character
Please.
like things.
Emblems.
Just
I don't know.
camos, emblems.
Do you think they'll
Stuff
add
like
more? They will probably end up adding more guns. Do you think like what
yeah,
guns?
definitely.
What
They'll add
guns
more
do you think?
guns.
Because they did with MWR as well, didn't they?
They'll probably put in. I don't know.
That's the thing though. Like going back, like they can't just put in like a gun
they
that,
can't
that
just put in
nobody's ever
anything.
heard. Yeah,
Can't spend anything.
I really want to see an ERAD in World War II.
which is a laser beam, like.
No, I want that to be a variant gun. I want to see
Come
an
out on
ERAD shoot
Hitler.
at a tank. No, because that sums up all the people. Like I know how we have these things jetpackers, and I'm going to go into that stereotype right now. Yeah, I said stereotype. It's my word of the day. But I want to see, because this would sum up a lot of people that broke out just at the end of IW, like youth players coming into the new game. I really want to see an ERAD shoot a tank and the tank blow up the person using an ERAD.
I want a $100 link of Horrid Harry tracks down the lads in the first day of the next CoD.
Like
I
want you
hate the
to
lot of
fund,
them, mate.
like-
They all think they're God's gift.
I
Actually, all think they're the next scump or something. Like you're all awful. I don't know why you think you're good.
I have
Well
a lot of
done.
people
You
that
do
can say
well
that
in
about-
league games, scrims, and pro point GBs when nobody's trying.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
then when it matters, you get. You get.
Oh, I
Hold
love
on.
Johnny.
See,
Nah,
Johnny,
it does me head, and I hate them all.
Johnny, I'm trying to control my roasting a little, not go that far into
He's
it.
just going straight in.
I might just go for the jugular on some people right now talking about going into the new game.
Johnny, I'm God's gift. Hit me up.
Nah, they're all sat there like. I see people calling IW kids September IW kids. You're all IW kids, man. It doesn't matter when you came out.
I'm so confused.
Do you think
Wait,
there'll
what
be
am I?
like a complete difference because
That's not-
the game doesn't have jetpacks in? Like, do you think we'll see like a tilt in
I
the
can't hear what you're
competitive
saying.
scene?
Sorry, say that again, Joe, because
Oh.
Johnny tried to slag someone again, but he got interrupted.
Oh. I was gonna say, do you think that we'll see like different people, you know, different like people fall off and so on and so forth, just because there isn't jetpacks in this game?
I'll be honest with you. The only thing I want to see is Climate Brawl get rounded at an event, like properly. Yes, he got rounded at EGL, but that's all I want to see. Okay, I just want to see him place lower than me, and I'll be happy with life. Okay.
Just one person
Especially
will fall off.
As long as I do better than him, I don't care if fucking pros fall off and we have like a new branch of pros in next year, okay? As long as he does bad, I'm happy with life.
What do you think about pros then? Do you think any pros will fall off because of
No. Did they
the
fall
jetpack.
off going into AW?
Well, people retired.
Other than censor.
And TP.
Yeah, TP was actually pretty good though. Watch him in AW. He went from OBJ to main fucking Slayer pretty well. Because he had to. But no, it's the pros will adapt, and they're all wanting this game out. Like they're all. Plus, what we're all forgetting is we've got 2 months to sit and play Ghosts or MWR, which are both fucking pretty shit. So you know,
MWR sucks.
MWR over Ghosts on this console. The fact I've got to look up in the sky every 5 seconds.
Yeah,
don't
that's
get me
annoying.
started. It's not that, it's the fact that you have the people that haven't played the Jetpack games, played Ghosts for 4 years, and you see them lying down in a corner, wall banging something because they're like, this guy's going to run through here at exactly 37 seconds.
I like Ghosts. I'm probably
do
one of the
I.
only people that does.
I was gonna say, yeah, I can
no,
just
I
sit
like
down
the
and play
game.
Ghost.
Hey, I've probably played more Ghosts GBs in the past week than I've played off the whole of IW.
Again, I
and
think
enjoyed.
it's just the people really that play it. Like the
It
game
matters.
itself.
Game's always going to matter who you play with, though. Like, if you're playing with the right people that know how to have a laugh about bullshit situations, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're taking, like, going into World War II, this is the way I see it. If you're not going to take it 100% seriously, don't team with people that are going to take it 100% seriously because you're just going to get pissed off at them. Team with people that are playing it because they want to play it and have fun, because then they're your people. Right? That's how to fix this community. Stop mixing people that are playing just for fun and playing to get something out or trying to get something out of it. And have the people like don't team with a person like me because I'm a weirdo. I'll wind you up. That's why I team with a Dutch person and a fucking 2 other Scottish people. They understand me. See, if I was to team with you, Johnny, or you, Nico, for example, I think you would try and fucking hit me out of the back of the head with a shovel by the time the first event came around.
I think I'd probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can take it serious and not serious sometimes, right? But then when people when I want to start trying and nobody's trying, that's when it pisses us off.
Oh no, you'd probably like me then.
Like, if you can't take it serious when you know you need to take it serious, there's no point in playing.
Well, you can play for fun. Like this got brought up to my attention the other day when I posted a video about this. Let people play for fun and let them enjoy it. Okay, and then you just keep to yourself. I sort of wanted to just say fuck that noise. I just want to wind people up all day. And yeah, that's all I've got to say.
Have they said for World War II what game modes there are?
Hardpoint,
For it.
CTF, S&D.
Points DTF S&D.
Right. Okay.
I
I
want
didn't know
Hardpoint.
if like Dom was coming back or
Oh fucking
really
god,
like-
no.
what.
Who just said they like Dom?
Not me.
Wait, never mind. I thought you said I really like Dom. I had my finger on the hang up button on your fucking
I'm
call.
not. I'm not like. To be honest with you, I'm not really a comp player. Like, I'll play GBs, but I wouldn't actually like scrim and get a team. I'm more of like, if the pubs are fun, I'll hop on and like play pubs, or GBs, but I wouldn't like be like, who wants to get a team going? You know what I mean? Because the majority, like, by what I see on Twitter, is if someone does shit one map, they've got the title of he's a shit kid. No one team with like that sort of thing. And that
I just say that about people I don't like.
Oh
or that
no,
piss
don't get me
off.
started on this, right? You don't understand.
So,
I was playing a league game yesterday. It was my first game on in 4 days, and you know what it's like when you come on after 4 days while the kids have been sat in a free fall. I just got off NBA and this kid's tweeted out a screenshot of the scoreboard. My mind's blowing. I'm like,
Johnny.
all right then.
Johnny, right? An excuse for 4 days is not an excuse. I was homeless for 2 weeks, went to an event and still done fucking insane.
Yeah, but you got a bit of a warm up though. Like I came on and I had to
No.
join the game instantly. You didn't
No,
even
we
play
didn't.
free fall before.
No, we were sitting in playing archery bow warfare at the other side of the venue, and then we got told where we were playing. We all went, sat down, played these guys that won it last year, and were talking shit to us. And I got a kill and started screaming,
Like,
and then got in trouble for swearing because I forgot children were at this event, and I'm sitting screaming, "Fuck you! You're fucking up!" And John P comes up and like, "Calm down with this swearing," so I just started shouting, "You're a donkey!"
You're a
You're
donkey.
Aberdeen. Come on. I was teaming with 3 Glaswegian people as well. I'm surprised I didn't get stabbed. That's a
Oh.
nice stereotype for Glaswegian people there.
I don't know.
They'll carry butter knives in their fucking socks.
What's a butter knife gonna do?
Go to Glasgow and you'll find out. Why do you think their crime's so
I'm
bad?
alright, mate. I got enough from where I am, mate. Don't
I'm
worry.
sorry if I've sounded like a dick during this podcast, by the way, but I've just been trying to keep it entertaining for the people in the thing. Because me and John, we should have
I
read the
was
fucking
lost
subjects a
at
bit
one
better. We've sort of just been sat here, just
I didn't
chiming
know
in
what was
whenever we
going on.
can.
I got gave the subjects. I asked Nova for them, Sanya, what was going on. And then instead of reading them, I played NBA.
I was gonna say, like, you always have something better to do, don't you, Johnny?
Oh, trust me, man.
Bro, oh,
You all know
the
what I
Val
was
finals
doing.
was the funniest thing ever. Like, everybody was getting
Yeah,
so
wasn't the
mad at you.
difference?
Let's just make this our own thing for the final 15 minutes during the Q&A, okay? If Nova sits and screams at you, Joe, just ignore him and just say you didn't see
Ignore
your
them till
phone,
we want
okay?
to change it, and then just like body the next subject if we don't know what's going on.
No,
In all,
yeah.
in all
Um,
fairness,
I was gonna
is
say, yeah, I've
your-
already been told Q&A time.
Yeah,
like
well,
5
Joe,
minutes ago.
listen, Joe, I'm going to say this to you because this is probably going to be my last time on the podcast because I don't think Nova will let me back on it
I
anymore.
was gonna say, we
right?
don't get enough people
If-
anyway, so you probably will.
Look, yeah, well, there you go. Look, if Nova isn't in the podcast, like what you're doing now, don't fucking listen to him because it's your podcast. You're the one in control right now. Right?
True,
If
true.
he's sitting
You know what?
spamming you a message,
Who wants
you
to
just
see
click
Nova on,
close.
like, this actual podcast? I would love to.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why I had him.
Right, I've been given a question already. Jeez. How bad's Horrid Harry? Honestly, I had to scale him when there's something on. If there's something on the line, the kid's that nervous, right, that he doesn't move from one position on the map, and he'll run back to that position to try and get kills.
Get me fucking on.
But when it's a scrim or league game, the kid's the best in the game.
Is he?
I don't know how it works.
Nico Karma wants to know how good you know though, how much you love him or something. I don't know. He's been on about it for like an hour.
Nico, why do you love my
He's a
name so
massive
much?
fan. Man, he always comments on my videos, man. He
Oh,
donates to me
you
on
on,
stream.
are you on about videos here, Nico? Is somebody just uploaded a new video?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
why do you love
plug,
Lana?
plug,
Fuck your names, man.
plug.
Check out my channel.
Let's be honest. If you want to plug, like if you really want to know how to plug, look, you just draw a sign like what I did earlier, hold it up to the camera like that.
I'm sorry, I just ended call on him.
Yeah, and you, end the call him, maybe. I want to stay for the Q&A. That's it.
I was gonna say, favorite COD and why?
Who asked that?
For cop.
Who do you think?
Black Ops
I
1.
don't know. Is it Nova by any chance?
Nathan, man.
Oh, I swear you only read out his fucking questions.
But is the only one asking questions?
Favorite Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1
The-
as well.
Competitive wise, I'd have to say W. That was so good. Like that was insane.
4TG.
And then
Or they scammed everyone.
just like a normal thing was Modern Warfare 2.
You played back in Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, I was a trick shot, man.
Oh, for fuck's
Right,
sake.
how
So was
old?
that.
How old were you being then? Like,
He was 2.
Me, 17.
straight out the womb,
Two
straight out
out.
the womb with a controller.
Let's check.
Yo, don't worry about it, man. I've been playing COD since I was 9 years old.
How many
I'm still the
squirrels do
shit.
you own? Bean, I own none.
How do you not own a squirrel?
I was gonna say, yeah, Davey, thanks for the 300 bits as well, man. Much appreciated.
You said what?
Eric's Davey, he
They say?
put in 300 bits.
I was 9 when MW2 was out.
9, right, spinning circles when you was 9, man.
Davey's a savage.
What did he
I think it
say?
was
What did he ask?
How to do?
Nothing. He just put reset and then 2 emojis. I remember sitting in BO2 private match for like 6 hours a day. Legit just sat there jumping off the studio tower, 360 in, and just hitting it and then screaming out my nut, and then it wasn't even good.
I
That's
bet.
done right.
Karma says, he's the biggest virgin in the scene. You can't say Chesmo.
Hamzo.
Or
Chesmo.
Kemzo, or whatever.
Who's the biggest? Well,
Hands
no.
on
If
anyway.
you read, if you read Twitter, who's the biggest virgin in the scene? Apparently, it's fucking me.
Oh yeah,
I don't
yeah.
understand.
Oh, man.
I have to say, I don't even know who is in the community. Nova.
I have to say MJ.
Yeah, Nova
Yeah.
probably is the biggest
Who,
virgin in
who
the fucking
rated
scene.
Nova? That's the question.
Who asked the question?
It
Nova?
was Karma, wasn't it?
Alcoholic.
Yeah. So you're saying it's Karma then?
I'm
Five
saying
jetpackers. On to that.
Top 5 jetpackers, right?
A radiant bloody number.
Me. Warrior fusions. That's 5.
I was gonna say like just
Sorry, I
watching
just
stuff
seen
like
that
I haven't
some-
seen like them actually
someone
play
asked
like in
comment.
the beta because I know like say people have been playing like Money 12s and scrims and that in that game
I can't
already. I
believe
don't understand.
Money 12.
And I was
What
playing
the bloody hell. is
I
that?
had
Hey,
some-
Money 12 was pretty fun. Like, it was retarded, but it was fun.
How did you even get in a lobby? Was it like
That's
hard
what I
to
was
get into a
thinking.
lobby?
Yes. At least I struggled, but I'm a bit of a fucking thick cunt, so
I was gonna say.
Isn't it that you like got in the other's party and
basically.
joined?
I just made sure I wasn't leading. I just sort of joined someone who said join me for Money 12s, and that was me. I was quite happy.
Who's
Jammy
who's the
FPS,
best
the G.
under 18 team at the moment? And say who's the best amateur 18 plus team in you guys' opinions?
I'm
Yogs Nation.
excited plus team.
Aerox Nation, 100%.
Is that the one with you in?
Is that the one with me? Would I answer any other fucking question?
I don't know. You might fanboy the other team. I don't
You
know.
can't pick
Hey.
yourself.
Hey, oh, I can't pick myself? No
Oh,
one.
there you go, boom. Okay, Jesus Christ. Put
It's-
that ego back in your
There's
pocket.
not really that many teams formed at the minute, so you can't say.
If you really want to know who the top amateur things is, go and have a look at my YouTube channel. It's Cypher_N, and I made a list that broke
Oh,
Twitter for 2 days. So
plug.
there you go.
Fuck, I wasn't on that list.
Yeah, of course you fucking weren't, you irrelevant cunt.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hell.
I'm
Jesus.
sorry. I've been holding in slagging
Just
someone.
that question. No, it isn't.
Hell. Just drop that C word harder than I don't even know. Jeez.
Nico, you know I
Right,
love you,
Nico's face, man.
Yeah, go on. Nico even fucking roast him. Come on.
really. Oh,
You
don't even. What?
Right. What do you know?
What are
Harry.
you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Fat? Fat?
Happened again?
Boy.
Huh? Nico, you're forgetting. I've heard every insult in the world at this point, mate. Nothing you can fucking say could phase me.
That then.
What the?
Was that reset?
Jesus Christ.
I was gonna
you just
say-
dropped
Yeah. Jammy. Yeah, you probably have to wait until Nova's on. I know a little bit, but no, I don't know anything at all about what's going on with Radiant.
Blood
Who
hell.
cares about Radiant?
Right then, see you later, Cypher.
Wait,
That's what Nathan said.
Right.
Nathan.
Hold on. Somebody asked best youth team at the minute, right? We answered this before. I am not saying OBN. They are not the best youth team at the minute.
Is
Well-
Bulldog?
Youth team.
Shade.
Best youth team. OBN are not up there. Like, I don't care. There's literally our tier, which is like my team OBN, and then the tier below us, and then Bulldog are just above it. Like, we're not on. They're better than us. It's that simple.
What Bulldog are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say they are next level. You say like you've seen in like the amateur leagues, like they win it. You already know that they're gonna win it.
They win, but we always have close games with
Yeah.
them. They just clutch up last map every time. Every time. That's all it is. They've got the clutch factor. It's that simple.
Who's Nathan?
I don't know.
Nova.
Oh, Nathan's Nova. Why is he saying goodbye? I'm still here. I
No.
don't see him in the call.
You're joking.
He's on about that bad language, like.
Yeah, that C bomb.
I'm sorry, I've been sitting swearing all bloody day. We were speaking about Nazis last week and I didn't care because it was fucking Eye of the
Bloody hell.
Kidneys.
Worst Call of Duty players.
Below me, right? Your shit team.
Okay.
And else is below you.
Worst COD players.
Who does Bulldog's team consist of? Isn't it
Cammy
well, it's
and
Cammy, yeah.
In Genesis.
Genesis, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you just named them all off for me.
I'm just gonna check. Has Nova blocked me on Twitter yet? No, he has not.
No, it was just a prank, bro. Just a prank.
There's a camera.
Oh my god. Oh wait, really? I can't see the camera right in fucking in front of me.
So yeah,
Okay,
guys,
okay.
if you got any more questions, I don't know if I've missed any. Actually, I'm trying to scroll through the chat.
I don't think because I had it up and then
Why does everyone keep calling me the guy in the top left?
somebody top 5 teams think
That's what you are on the stream, I think.
Yes, I
Someone's
know.
asking who the top 5 like youth teams are. Who would you say? Are any of you involved in the UFC?
No,
Like at all?
I was gonna say
I
I
like-
cast.
I like very few people in the youth scene.
Yeah, the youth scene's just filled with a bunch of perks. I'm one of them perks as well.
I was Johnny's
I don't
probably
know. I've
like
never
one of
spoken
the
to you
top.
before. Has there been any question?
I was gonna say.
What-
Oh. Go on, Cypher. Sorry.
Are we sitting? Sorry, I was just gonna ask. Have we skipped any questions?
I was
I
gonna
feel
say,
like there's.
I tried to look through. I think it's just been a lot of spam in the chat.
Under 18s will breakthrough as a good top am in the World War Two. In the World War Two.
I mean, it means
Well, considering World War II was quite a few years ago, I don't know. If you're talking about Call of Duty, on the other hand, I don't know. Who's turning
That was just
18
cringe,
That
next
was
year?
top under. Me. I'm 18 in a month.
Yeah, so not you.
I'm sorry, yeah, not till I'm not
sorry,
18
Nico,
till
sorry.
August, so
I'm not teaming with anyone. I'm joking.
Oh, we're just going off the start of the year for the full
yeah,
year.
yeah. I
It's
was
from. We'll just do the start because like that's when it's relevant. Because I'm not catching up in pro points. Let's be realistic, yeah.
Well, you said it first.
When are you
I think-
18?
April 23rd. I miss an event or two, and I miss a few 2Ks.
April 20.
Okay.
Have you already checked this?
Yeah, it stays cold.
oh, I don't know if that's sad or not.
It stays without like, but based it off how it worked this year.
Yeah, I'm already booked for the first event this year.
Respect that.
I was gonna say, are you at college or anything, Johnny, as well? Because that might hinder.
I got 15% attendance.
Oh, listen,
15
college. Right, anyone that sits there and says, "Oh, college hinders," no. People go to college about 3 days a week, right? If you have a job, that hinders you.
I do 3 half days a week, not even like full days.
So college would not hinder you at all.
What am I?
10
Oh,
and
I'm
then-
3.5 and I have a job as well, yeah.
and I don't go in though, like.
Having a job hinders you a lot more than going to fucking college.
Got a college and a job.
Somebody asked a question. Who was it?
I don't know.
Davey, was it anyone in Aerox?
You're Why does Reset look like Ben Mitchell from EastEnders?
I was wondering that, to be honest.
Oh, bruh.
Who said that then?
He doesn't though, like, I don't
Who
say
said
it.
that? Who said that? I can't. Nick, mate, don't you start fucking piping it, you. Yeah, fair enough. I don't even know. I don't care.
Roast him, I know you wanted to do it.
Yeah, Dory, I'll do it after the fucking stream.
Top 5 skilled players.
Five
Fucking
skilled
little weirdo.
Skilled players in the world? Oh, well.
Full of Optic and then
It actually is a full of optic.
Yeah, the 4 players on Optic and then Cypher.
My life.
Cypher's up there.
Who just said Cypher?
Me and go.
Me.
So I'm sorry. So I've been slagging you like for the past 10 minutes, and you give me a compliment like that. Jesus.
I'm nice.
Yeah, I'm not.
The women watching the stream. I'm nice.
If there's any, he's also a data engineer for
Yeah,
fucking Spotify.
I just got a job at Spotify. I'm a data engineer.
I miss
right.
Reese, man. Why
Yo.
couldn't we have Reese on the podcast for fuck's sake?
No, that was actually so funny after the pod.
I
I probably should have just like kept the stream on or something. That was so funny.
Have you even got
Team
any
setting.
more relevant questions, or is it?
We've been asked that turning 18 question a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know like everybody's birthday in this community.
Everybody's asked this question about 16 times. It just depends who's a bedroom player and who isn't a bedroom player. It's that simple.
What if you play in like a study?
Well then, to a study player, I don't know.
Why does Comaholic love COD?
I know, because that kid costed me a couple days ago.
Guy on the top left looks a bit like Ethan Bazinga. Bazinga?
To be
Bazinga?
fair.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
look the
I
skinny
think I've
Little
version.
bit.
What? I'm like a what?
I can't believe I haven't been roasted yet. I'm ginger.
Who said that you look like Jammy? Jammy's a
He's a
savage.
fatty. I'm a skinnier
Someone
version.
just, is someone removing me from the call or something?
No.
Nah, I think
Nah,
that's,
gee.
you know,